Hi, Per here from Renaissance Man. This vacuum packer decided on not helping me out while I was doing the main course, the filet mignon, that I posted a video upon, but I had to solve the vacuum packing MacGyver style. Since I'm an engineer, I cannot just throw this away, I want to repair it. It felt like there is a switch checking that the lid is closed and then turn it on. So I'm going to try to break into this one, and most of these kind of things are not designed to be able to be repaired, so let's see what's happening. So I have located that underneath 4 screws under some rubber feet that I've taken away earlier. See if I can come into this one. Even if they are not extremely expensive, but it just feels unnecessary to throw it away if it's just a simple switch, as I hope it would be. See? Great. That's why I have a glass here. And the third one. So let's see what we got. Vacuum pump, switch power supply it looked like. You can always check if the fuse has burned. Fuse is intact. So let's try to figure out how this one works. There seems to be a cable going, I guess, to the on-off function. Let's see what that's entered. Maybe soldered into the board to make a little bit more wiggle room. Looks like that was connectors. We don't make a fool of ourselves, we mark it. B for black, R for red. So then we can get the power supply out of the way. I hope I can get the board out. I have plenty of glue. Not damaging the vacuum hoses. This feels promising. It sticks somewhere. Just taking all the screws out here It feels like there's one more screw somewhere. There's a big lump of glue in the center of the board. Cannot really see if oops, it's the screw underneath. Something is sticking at least. But where? Try to bend up the glue blob, but not to damage any components here. Why in heck have I glued it in? It's not there, is it? Yeah, it is. See if I can get that hot melt glue off. Oops. Yep. Some more places. Oh, now I get it out. Well, that didn't help much. So the question is here. This seems to be some kind of power supply. Also, these wires here, two black ones, and also going two black ones on this side. I guess they are to check that the lid is closed, but they're not going to this board, they're going down to the display board that is underneath here. It's so, get the hose off. And I try to just give myself some room. I need to cut those. I just cut the cable ties here so I can try to get in. I would like to repair this, to be said, because it's fun, but it's not the end of the world. It's already dead, so it cannot become more dead. But if I can repair it, I don't need to spend the extra money for a new one. Don't have to spend extra money for a new one, bless you. So, let's see, I try to... It's quite complicated build this for it. My cameraman has caught a cold. So just let it out, I can always edit it out. So, now I get all Yeah, so I got the isolated part away. As a microcontroller, nothing look brown and burned. So what we could do is to, that's bad soldering. Okay, lock this one and see if we have what I would think connection between 2 points here. Now I'm measuring on the board, so there could be some hassle with my test cables. Put that on beep. That's no short in that one, and the other one comes in here. There's a, let's see if we open it up. Thank you. So, yeah, that part is working. So that's that side. And there's something funny going on the other side. It's so tangled. Let's double check this. High ohmic. Close the lid. I wonder why we have two circuits to check the lid. And they're not connected in parallel either, or in stereo. Strange. So, the function with checking the lid on that side works. Then it was not that easy. It could be that we have one more switch because we have some wires going into this hinge in this end. So I try if I can dig into that side of things. It's crowded like nothing else. So let's see. Let's see if it's these two black cables that I don't know, but I assume it makes sense. That is also a switch. No, they're going. What do they go? No, they go out in the hinge. So there is one screw over there. So maybe I can get. The only thing when you're doing this kind of work, and you think that it's impossible to reach things, at least you can tell yourself, somebody put it together once, so it must be able to take apart again. So this screw here, it's hard to reach. Let's see if I maybe like that. Since you can flipping this thing up and down to make it stand easier in the corner, it's fair chance that there is a break in the cables as it bends every time then. So there must be one more somewhere. That one I have taken out inside before we start filming. Okay. That's the piece you push on. Let's see. Is there anything underneath there I can reach? There are some screws there. Question is, oops. If it's not broken before, it's gonna be now. So, can I lift out this inner part in a way? There's definitely screws in there. Even if I can unscrew them, I'm never ever going to get them back on again. So, with all possibility, this could be metal could be glued on, but it feels rather strange, but it should. Yeah. Oh, yeah, getting somewhere. Now it feels like it sticks somewhere in the middle. There's 2 screws for the inside, but probably guess holding that metal on the back in place. Yes, indeed, so. I hope it's not going to be like Humpty Dumpty, but never going to work of those 2. Okay. Let's see. I have two wires coming here to something. Let's take that off and see what it is. Oh, I have bad eyes. But I guess it's something to tell is, because this is the heating element, to tell if that is overheated or not. So that's probably not a part of the switch to get this machine going. So that's the reason why these 2 black cables was not wired together in a sense, because they're totally different functions, so it makes sense. So then the question here is if it's do not at all powered up, as it was the case. I just try to get this sensor in place. So if it do not power up at all, at least it felt like that. So either it's a switch power supply. There's all haven't come any smoke out of that one, or it's just a bad connection somewhere. I think I'm gonna do like this, that I put it back together again, power it up, and see if I get any voltage out of the switch power supply. Nice. It must be a switch power supply. Anyhow, I put it back together, and so I can reach things without getting zapped by electrics, and go from there and see if I can find out what's actually going on. So I put this back together again, and I'll come back to you. Bye. So I have been looking into this a little bit. It's a rather nice design actually. It seems like I have done some work to handle power consumption when it's not on. So here is, let's see, so I have that cable not stick in. There are 2 power supplies in it. One up here, as you can see, this is just filter to get rid of any emission coming out of a switch power supply. There's a rectifier, switch power supply on the mains, so to speak, transformer, and then this part here generates 5 volts. I just checked it, it has 5 voltage out. The nice thing here, what I think is rather clever done, is there is one signal in this cable that I hope could be the faulty one. Anyhow, there is one signal going back to a relay. These 2 cables that I thought had 230 volts AC directly down to this board, because there's one more switch power supply here, but it's only activated when you get a signal this way, so it consumes less power when it's not on, I guess, because it has this smaller power supply, and then it's switched on, it's switched in with a relay, this other part. So what I would like to check now is since it's completely dead, but I have 5 volts here, so this part seems to work. I haven't checked the relay. I could do by pulling that pin to 5 volts. Try not to. This ribbon cable that has one, it's not a multi-core, it's a single core one, and they often break. So I want to check that this is actually alive and kicking, and that could be replaced with some normal wires. So that's my first suspect in this clue here, to see if I can get this up and running. So I need to take this board out again and have a look. So see you then. So what I found out here off camera is that as soon as I close the lid, this 5 volts to the board disappears, or it goes to 0, so it seems to be short somewhere. Either it's not much on the board, there is 4 transistors maybe and a microcontroller. So otherwise, either everything is fried, then it's the dustbin, and throw it away. So what I come up with here is that I guess this little fella is broken. It's a capacitance, a electrolytic one. Cheap ones rather often shorten out. I just check it with an ohm meter and it's 0 ohm. Not that strange, since it should be, but it also should charge up and then become a little bit more ionic. Could connect it to power supply, take too long time. So I took it out and replaced it with, this is 330 microfarad. I didn't have that, so either it was 470 microfarad, they are quite big, the ones I have, and I only found one that is 220. I think that would be enough. So I'm going to solder that in. If this doesn't help, there is not much more on the board that could have shortened out totally. It's a microprocessor, dustbin with the whole thing. There's a couple of transistors that, if I feel lucky, I continue to dig into, but I don't have any surface mounted transistors in my good to have box, so dustbin. So let's see, I solder this one in and hope for the best, and see if it was so easy that it was that one that shortened out. So my eyes is not by any means as good as I was, so I hope this turned out good. I need to get new glasses. So, not catching the soldering iron with the hands, stupid move. So, let's do this. Put those down so I don't get sacked. I don't want to stay down. Put them down there. voltage. Ground there. Nothing. Close the lid. Ha! It turns on! 5 volts. Problem solved then. So, cheap Chinese capacitors shorten out. Now I should just put Humpty Dumpty back together again. That could be a daunting task for sure, but I hope I will do it. So I scratch my head and try to put this back on again, together again, and then we'll see if we can vacuum pump the bag. See you then. So, the moment of truth. Let's plug it in. So they're not go bad. Oops, nice sound. So. Did I plug the white cable? No. On. Don't need that one anymore. So I see if I remember. Vacuum pump. And sealing. Working again. So this little fellow, I haven't checked where it's coming from, but I guess from China. Nothing bad with China, but it saved me 1,900 Swedish kronor, so 190 euros for a new one, and I probably would have bought a more expensive one, so it would be even higher cost for this little fellow. So now this could work for a couple of more years, I hope, or it's going to die tomorrow, but hopefully not. So let's put the rubber feet back on, and then we have a working vacuum sealer again. Thank you for now. See you then.